Tom, Chris, it's an absolute delight to have you today. I thought it'd be really great to go a bit more into your roles, your teams, the companies, before we crack on and talk about kind of how you're using Geckoboard today and your big priorities right now.
So I've been in my role as head of support for just over a year now, about 18 months. I was in the business beforehand, but entered into a role that very much became like a transformational role. We had a slight issue with how support was working last year. So my last year has effectively been spent turning it on its head. We've reworked our Zendesk setup. We've reworked our reporting, our KPIs, everything. Tom and I met at Showcase back in April. I very much had a need for some real-time KPI management. Hence Geckoboard was implemented, I think, within 2 weeks, following that chat. Budget was signed off instantly because the business could see the value. So yeah, 6, 7, 8 months down the line, it's now an invaluable part of our business.
That's not Tom. Chris?
Hi everyone, so I'm Chris, I work at Token. So as Sam said, we're an account-to-account payments company. Some of our customers are like the likes of HSBC, Santander and some smaller merchants. I've been working in support for nearly 20 years. I've worked for brands such as Burberry, Apple, Snapchat, and I've been in payments for the last 6 years. I've been a Geckoboard customer for nearly 7, and I've managed to implement it at a few of the businesses. So specifically what we use it for at the moment is great dashboards for some of our support teams, but also from our product teams. Our team is actually quite small, so we have about 12 agents. The types of tickets that we get are either incident tickets, particular problem tickets that we have on our products, but I also take care of our risk and compliance team. So we look at fraud issues, complaints. So those are types of the tickets that we get, and that team is getting larger as we go into more of the fraud space.
So we're about, let's say, 8 people across my entire support team in the UK. We probably take about 600 tickets a month. And that's a real cross-section of questions, incidents, tasks. We have this up in our office on a monitor for everyone to see. There's no hiding anything. We're very loud and proud about what we do.
And so in terms of your kind of team priorities right now and big challenges, what are they?
So a couple of the problems that we have at the moment we're trying to solve is maybe going into the AI space. Because we're working in a regulated space, it's really difficult for us to get the okay.
We've gone quite hard this year in adopting new tech, new AI tech. Eric's been a massive help in what we've done so far. Not only are we using it to increase our time to resolution, our time to first response, we're kind of also using it as a training guide a little bit as well. So Sal, for example, one of my colleagues, started with us 3 weeks ago. We've given him the training that we would usually do, but we've now let loose in Zendesk, and we're like, right, just go and see what you can do. Go and see what Copilot gives you, see what responses it gives you. If it suggests a help cycle, go and have a look at it, see what it says. Does it make sense to you? If it does, then guess what? As a fairly new member of the team, you're up and running quite quickly.
Well, let's go on to how you're using Geckoboard today. So maybe we've got some of your dashboards to flash up in a minute, but maybe at a high level, we can go into how you're using us and what impact that's having for the teams.
Sure. So we're fully remote at the moment. So for us, being able to have dashboards at our fingertips is really useful for the support teams to see where they're at and what's happening, specifically for our product managers with their own products. For us, it's been able to share these out on automation through Slack. Pretty much every morning, we'll see where we are at from the previous day. So this is one that we have that fires off on a Monday morning that shows just where the team is at, anything that's outstanding. This also helps us look at trends. This also gets shared out with our outsourcing partner, so they can see also how well their team is doing in terms of their responses and anything that's outstanding in our queues. This one is a customer dashboard. We also have customers now with our shared Slack channel, so we actually share that data out with them fully transparently. The customers asked us to have a dashboard on any open tickets that they have. Some of our tickets are quite old, but they want to see what is happening, like anything that's outstanding. For us, it's really important also to proactively tell them how well we're doing, so they're really interested in our response time and resolution times. This is an example of a dashboard that we fire off to a customer once a week, so they feel like they are fully involved in the support model as well. But some of our support team, they really want to know what's going on in terms of their own performance. So they've created their own dashboards to see, okay, when we come to our monthly one-to-ones, here's their dashboard. They get really, really involved in terms of the quality of their tickets or just what they've been able to resolve. And then I also have to share out dashboards with our C-suite, and they're really, really involved, and they've gone and created some of their own as well. To see them all of the C-suite really involved in data, for me, that's been absolutely transformational. I've never had such interactions with the C-suite before like that. For us, it's really democratized data and is able for us to scale completely. Geckoboard's really helped us be completely in touch with what's happening in terms of our support tickets.
Yeah, similarly, we're quite KPI driven on most of our dashboards. So our teams have CSAT KPIs, SLA adherence KPIs. We try to dashboard those as a team, as individual teams within that team, and also as individuals themselves. So this is just an example of our support agent dashboard that we have. So we're just monitoring key things. But as you can see, like right at the bottom, we've got our CSAT scores present. We've got our SLA adherence. We've also, really importantly, got our customer feedback positioned in there as well, because it's a big morale boost. We have a little bit of gamification going on as well. So we have some leaderboards of, who's got the highest CSAT, who's got the highest SLA adherence, who's closed the most tickets during that year. This is our wider team dashboard. As we're monitoring who's got what active SLA tickets, where have we breached SLA. We've then got our SLA achievement CSAT score and solved tickets leaderboards. This is where I am spending most of my time in terms of management. So we're monitoring these lists of customers. The data refreshes every 10 minutes. We're now becoming a window for our commercial teams, our account management teams. They can refer back to that sentiment analysis dashboard if they're about to have a call with customer X.
That was something that struck me talking to both of you about the benefits of other teams having access to Zendesk data. All of a sudden unlocks really good behaviors. I think you had some really good examples of your product team, Chris.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, like our product teams love the dashboards that we've created just to find out what's happening with their particular products. I also we both take care of incident management. So they will sometimes walk in the morning and see, okay, well, this particular part of the product has been failing overnight. Let's make sure that we've got all of the right team around it. Similarly, when there is a type of ticket that is coming through, we tend to swarm around it. So we'll have several people that will get involved. We were talking about incident.io recently, which we implemented about a year ago. That helps us with our incident management process. But that tends to get kicked off if we've noticed that something's been blowing up overnight. Another team that takes care of have their own dashboards is our customer success team. They will see any of their allocated customers that may have submitted tickets in the last couple of weeks. And it's really useful for them if they're having those QBRs, so the quarterly business reporting that they do with them, so they can see, hey, this is what's been happening with you guys for the last 6 months. How this is the CSAT score that you've given us. Is there any other feedback you want to share? So it's been really useful at them having more commercial conversations as well.
I think it's that it's so clear as well. Like there is no complexity behind the data. It's just there. It's refreshing every 10 minutes. So, for us, one of the biggest challenges was that we were historically relying on Explore to give us real-time data, and it just never was. We could never quite have our finger on the pulse. But now, if our SLA adherence takes a dip, that refreshes in 10 minutes time. I can see if that's just now or if it's a day problem I need to go and investigate.
I think you're both including data from outside Zendesk on your dashboards as well. Chris, I think you mentioned you've got logs that are quite important.
Yes, so we look at, as I mentioned earlier, the incident management piece. So we'll look to see if there's been a certain error rate that's increased. We have things like HubSpot as well. Some of our deals, like our customer success team, as I was mentioning earlier, they look at any deals that are in the pipeline or any renewals or just how much they have a single dashboard they have in terms of their customer engagement. So that's the kind of two data points that we've been leveraging. The logs piece is really, really crucial for us to see if the error rate has increased. Do we really need to start looking at if there's any customer tickets that might have triggered this, or if there's a customer that's particularly using the platform a lot more than others?
Yeah, we're maybe not there yet. We've got some ideas as to what we want to do. We do want to introduce some CRM data in that to kind of enrich what we're already seeing from Zendesk. I kind of want to start exploring getting Jira data in there as well. I think that might be a little harder than perhaps I'm anticipating, but the potential of bringing that all together in a single place, again, for multiple teams across the business, we could let our product teams see the customers that are impacted by a bug, let's say, that's going on, or an incident that happened last week. Actually, these top 10 that are currently, really feeling it, it's as a direct result of what we did last week.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.